Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. So the market has been very firm at that 24,300 on the Nifty. But this morning, of course, TCS will be top of mind considering the good set of numbers that came in. And that could aid sentiment further today, both on the top line, on margins. It has beaten estimates. And commentary from the management also continues to be quite good. Brokerages have also raised their, target price on the stock. So Rima's here to give us the fine print on and also the read-through for other, IT companies. Rima, good morning.
Hi, good morning. So TCS has reported a revenue and a margin beat. The company's top-line growth has come in better than street expectations at 2.2% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Margins have contracted because of a wage hike, but the margin contraction at 130 basis points was again a little better than what the street was fearing. The company in the press conference has reiterated that FY25 will be better than FY24, though they're saying it's too early to call out whether this kind of growth momentum is sustainable. But just as a cue for how the sector might react today, Infosys ADR was up 2.8% yesterday. Now, Goldman Sachs in a note says that the Q1 reinforces that revenue has bottomed out and should continue to improve over the next 12 months. Jefferies today has upgraded TCS to a buy. Citi, though, has a sell call, and they're saying that the growth was driven by BSNL deal. If you strip that out, X of India, which is largely the BSNL deal, not only, but largely the BSNL deal, growth was just 1.1% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So they've got a sell call on TCS.
Okay, all right, Rima, thanks for that. In fact, we'll have the management who will be joining us on the show in a short while from now. Well, let's turn attention to Prestige Estates. Sonal joins us to fill us in on the update that they put out. Hey, Sonal, morning.
Good morning, Nigel. Well, for Prestige Estates, it's a dip that we've seen on a YY basis. This is at the same time when the peers have seen a YY increase but a sequential decline. So their pre-sales are down 22% on a YY basis. Volumes are down 25% on a YY basis. Average realization for apartments, villas and commercial spaces is up 16% on a YY basis. However, for plots, it's up around 46%. They also say collections have gone up by 6% on a YY basis to come in at 2,916 crore rupees. They call this dip a reason because of elections where approvals were delayed, but that is not something that the other companies have spoken about. But they say they have still crossed the 3,000 crore quarterly mark. They are very positive on demand prospects as well. So on the back of this stock will be in focus today.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Another good quarter coming through for Anand Rathi this morning. So that's going to be a stock in focus. Vamakshi has all the details for us. Vamakshi, good morning.
Well, good morning, Sonia. Yes, it's a good quarter coming in from Anand Rathi. Let's first look at the AUM growth. AUM, which is a key indicator of the company's financial performance, saw an uptick of almost 16% sequentially. It came in at 69,000 odd crores. Now, keep in mind that the company had guided for FY25 AUM to be around 72,000 crores. So, therefore, they managed to achieve nearly 96% of their FY25 in AUM guidance in the first quarter itself. So, that bodes well for the stock. But apart from that, this growth in AUM is being supported by net inflows. They've managed to grow by almost 90% sequentially. Equity MF net inflows especially have seen an uptick of almost 170% on a sequential basis. Resultantly, we've seen good revenue come in for the company. It was up nearly 29% at 238 crores. PBT came in at 99 crores, which is an uptick of 25% sequentially, and net profit came in at 73 crores, which is an uptick of 29%. Keep in mind that the company had guided for 40% plus PBT margin and 30% plus PAT margin, and the company has comfortably maintained that guidance. They've also seen an improvement in the operational metrics, so that bodes well for the counter as well. So overall, going with the green for Anand Rathi on the back of strong numbers.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vamakshi. Well, let's go back to Sonal. She is here to tell us about a few more stocks that she's tracking. Sonal.
Well, some interesting news updates. For LT Foods, they're expanding their presence in the United Kingdom to tap the £1 billion pound rice market there. They have inaugurated a facility in one of the cities and they are eyeing revenues to the tune of £100 million in the next 5 years. They've already made an investment of around £7 million in the new facility, and they have a commitment of further investing up to £50 million in that particular facility. For Brigade, they have announced the launch of the latest residential tower, which is Cobalt. The overall project is just not a residential project. It will have entertainment park, there'll be shopping, wellness, other facilities as well. It is over a 6.1 million square feet area. The total revenue potential here is 400 crore rupees. For Adani Wilmar, they've made an acquisition in the specialty chemical space. They have acquired 67% stake in Omkar Chemical Industries Private Limited, which is in the business of manufacturing, buying, selling chemical and chemical compounds. The enterprise value here is 56 crore rupees, and the revenue of Omkar Chemicals as on FY24 was at 14 crore rupees.
Okay, Sonal, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's go across to Rima now to talk about some other stocks that are in the news this morning. Rima, over to you.
Hi, so let me start with Infosys. The company has won a contract from the Delaware Department where they will modernize their labor systems and replace all the outdated. So it's a contract win. Size of the deal is not known. For Vodafone Idea, the latest is that they have received a communication from one of their vendors, ATC, that's American Tower Company, that they plan to convert the balance 1,600 OCDs, optionally convertible debentures, into equity. Now, they had converted 90% of it. Only this balance 1,600 OCDs were left, which now ATC is looking to convert. And the total amount is just 160 crore rupees. So not very significant. Back to you.
Okay, all right, Rima, thanks for that. Sonia, coming back to you with regard to a couple of stocks that you're tracking, Indigo.
Yes, Indigo and Spice Jet. So both of them are in focus this morning. Now, reports indicate that Boeing has notified the 737 MAX customers of further delays. So there will be further delays in delivery of the Boeing aircrafts. The deliveries could slip by about 3 to 6 months, according to reports. And some 2025 deliveries have been pushed to even 2026. Now, delays are because of many reasons. One of them is delayed shipments and, the market turmoil, the worker turnover. There's been large amount of attrition in the aviation sector as well. So all of this has resulted in the delays of the Boeing 737 deliveries. Now, who are the customers of Boeing? There's Air India, Akasa Air, SpiceJet and Vistara. So it's definitely going to impact them. And from the website, from Boeing's website, we have, more details coming through that Air India is looking to add 50 737 MAXs. Akasa Air placed an order of 226 MAX airplanes. SpiceJet placed an order for 155 new airplanes. So all of these delays will definitely have a perhaps positive impact on Indigo. So, just keep an eye out on the dynamics that are, playing in this particular sector. But here's a quick recap of our top stocks. Stocks with positive news flow. There's TCS, Interglobe Aviation, Anand Rathi, LT Foods, Brigade Enterprises, Adani Wilmar, Infosys and Affle India. While stocks with negative news flow, Prestige Estates and Vodafone Idea. But there's also lots happening in the world of commodities. So Manisha Gupta joins in for a roundup of all the commodity action overnight. Manisha, good morning.
Thank you for that, Sonia. Well, yes, it was all about the U.S. inflation data that came in yesterday, which has cooled on for a third straight month in the month of June to 3%. And that has led to a decline in dollar index, in treasury yields as well. And that has led the U.S. Fed rate cut possibility to almost 90% for the month of September. That has supported many of these commodities. So you have the crude oil prices, which has seen a percentage point of gain overnight. Also, there is strong demand coming in from U.S., whether it's the gasoline demand, which is at 2021 highs, or the U.S. jet fuel demand, which is at a Jan 2020 high. Everything really seems to be supporting the energy markets right now. It's good going for the precious metals as well with the expectation of rate cut. You have the gold prices now inching very close to its all-time highs. The silver prices gained up by a percentage point as well. And the base metal prices are trading 0.5% to 1% higher at this point in time. The markets also seem to be reacting to the Chinese trade data. So it is a good start to an Asian market for commodities and a good end as well on a weekly basis.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Manisha. Well, moving on, the city of Mumbai has woken up to heavy rains this morning, and the IMD has now issued an orange alert forecasting heavy to very heavy rainfall in the city today and on Saturday. So the streets in the city are already seeing a lot of waterlogging. There's a lot of flooding in several parts of the suburb area. But public transports as of now seems to be working smoothly, with the bus service provider BEST claiming that there's no route diversion so far, and both the Central and Western Railways claiming that trains are running normally. We will keep getting you updates through the course of the day. Okay, stay safe, guys, and stay home as much as you can, because the situation is worsening as we speak, especially with the rainfall in the suburbs area. Let's take a short break. On the other side, Siddharth Khemka of Motilal Oswal Financial will be joining in for some fundamental stock analysis. Stay tuned.